Boy, that was quite the adventure. Let's make something fun. So I have my custom crafter. Let's place down that, put some note blocks, some jute boxes, and cool musical boots. So if I just sprint around with these. Whoa! Pause. Yeah, that's right. From the title of the video, you know this is Minecraft, but you can craft boots out of any block. This is a data pack that I made, and there is a download link to it in the video's description. Now, a little bit about me. I'm admin. I'm a professional data pack developer whose content has appeared in many large YouTubers' videos, such as Nesterio, Bionic, Jelly Craner and Slogo, Bari, Cypher PK, the Camp Minecraft crew, so Henry, Sigils, and Jerome, and also a ton of non-English speaking channels like Pletch and Jazz Ghost. Oh, and I'm also the lead developer and producer for Comments to Crafting. And I do make very similar videos to those channels, except just not as entertaining. However, unlike all the other channels that are purely for entertainment, I actually release my data packs for download so that you can enjoy playing with them yourself. And with that out of the way, I've been told to show you guys this graph. I believe it says that only 14.1% of you guys are subscribed, so help me out by hitting that subscribe button. Now, on to the boots. So this update adds 5 new boots to the pack, bringing the total to 15. And of course, I'll be adding more in the future. So those boots are the bunny boots, the musical boots, the sneakers, the wither rose boots, and the feather boots. The recipes all show up in-game if you press L and go to their tab, so I'm not going to be going over those in this video. The bunny boots, when worn, will give you jump boost 3, and they also are pink and cute looking, and you can jump around and you leave a little particle trail, and yeah, that's about it. You can jump pretty high with jump boost 3, and you'll also take reduced fall damage. The musical boots, as we saw earlier, when worn, if you sprint in the world, you will leave a trail of note blocks behind you, which looks kind of cool, is sort of loud, and could be used to like annoy your friends or just to mess around and have fun. And I don't know, I've been really liking the idea of just like having a trail of something follow you as you sprint. And so yeah, this one I definitely like. Let me know if you have any other ideas for boots that could leave trails behind you. I know I have like the ice boots or something on the list that the idea would be they will freeze mobs that are chasing you or something like that. And maybe I'll do that in the future. And of course, my Discord is a great place to leave these suggestions. If you do have them, you can join it by following the link in the video's description. The Wither Rose boots are another type of trail leaving boot. And this one, when you sprint, will leave a bit of like a trail of death behind you, which looks pretty cool. You do need to be a little bit careful that if you stop, you don't stand in the withering, because it can hit anyone, including yourself. But like I could sprint over to this cow over here and be like, hey cow, do you want to be withered? And it would be like, well, no thank you, but I'd say, too bad, I'm doing it anyway, and now the cow's dead. These boots definitely take some getting used to, because you have to remember to walk away from where you sprinted to not get hurt. You can also like sprint jump and then stop, but fantastic if someone is chasing you, because I mean literally if they follow where you are, they're going to be dying. So they pretty much would not be able to chase you very effectively. So definitely useful, but just need to be kind of careful with them. And yeah, not necessarily amazing for just normal use. The feather boots are a little bit boring, but they're basically a way to not take any fall damage. And so when you wear them, you get slow falling. This does mean if you're like trying to sprint jump, you're going to be really slow. But if you were to like take a large fall, and if I can actually type, you'll see I'm just going to slowly float down to the ground. I am perfectly fine. No issues here. So that's what they do. You could also combine it with an elytra. And I know some people really like to fly with their elytra with slow falling, because I mean, you can kind of just hover in place. In fact, I think there's actually literally a way to hover in place, but I don't know how to do it. But yeah, could be nice boots, but definitely not something that you're going to want at all times, but could be situationally useful. I guess worth mentioning that my general philosophy when making items for any of my data packs is that they need to be useful in certain situations, but then also bad or just not necessarily super useful in others. I think it adds a lot more interest to the game if there are like multiple different tools that you use depending on the situation. So maybe you want one type of boot in one situation, but then a completely different boot for a completely different situation. All right, so then the final boots are the sneakers. They're not really boots, but that's what they do. So you can wear them. They work like shoes because they're sneakers, right? But if you hold shift or sneak, you'll go invisible, and only the shoes will show up. While sneaking with the sneakers, you also get slowness. So very slow, can barely move, and of course you're also holding shift, which you're really slow, but you're fully invisible. So well, besides the blue shoes, so ignore that. But yeah, I mainly thought it was a funny pun, and when you have a funny pun, you kind of just have to go with it. So yeah, yep, oh. Well, anyway, that was pretty much all I have for today's update of more boots. Remember, we now have 15 boots to this pack, so feel free to download it for yourself to try them out. And I'll be updating this pack soon as I have more good ideas for boots to add to the pack. So if you do have those, make sure to leave them on my Discord. Support me on Patreon for cool perks and rewards and early releases and custom exclusive data packs and probably some other stuff I'm not remembering. And yeah, that's all I have. So thank you guys for watching.